Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eleni. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Today I have a little book haul for you. I bought a bunch of books for my classrooms. I teach 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade in one classroom and then 4th, 5th, 6th grade in a second classroom. I'm a Montessori teacher. It's a lot to explain if you're not familiar with it, but I have been wanting to add more books to our classrooms for a while now, and I usually do a pretty big book buy over the summer that my school pays for, and I just was really in the mood to shop around for some more books. I bought all of these off of Abe Books, which I'll leave linked down in the description below. If you've not used it before, it is a used book site that provides books from a bunch of small bookstores across the country in the US. And I just really like it as a convenient place to find the books that I am looking for at a pretty good deal generally. So I have a huge bag of books here. And I'll start with the things that I got for my 4th, 5th, 6th grade class. So I've got 6 books here. I think I bought 8 books for each class, but I'm honestly not sure. I spent like $40 per class. But yeah, so the first book I got is Booked by Quam Alexander. This is, I can take that receipt out. This is a graphic novel about a child of color soccer player. I've not read this, but I've heard good things, and there's a good chance that I'll read it before I give it to my classroom. But I wanted to get a few more graphic novels that were like sports related. I have a lot that are like life related, like relationship related. Like if you don't know the Guts sisters and Smile, that trio, those were really great books. They're more focused on like emotions, and so I wanted to pick up a couple that were sports related. So I also got by the same author Crossover. And this one is obviously basketball related. So I am probably going to try to read these two before I pop them into my classroom. I like to read, especially graphic novels since they're a quick read. I like to read the books that I buy for my classroom because then I feel like I can make suggestions to my students when they're looking for their next silent reading book. And I also in the classroom have a binder on the bookshelf that is where they can write book reviews. So I usually like to kind of kickstart it for each book that I add to the classroom and add a little book review in there so that they can kind of browse it and know what to expect when they're getting ready to read it. The next book that I got is The Babysitter's Club by Claudia and Mean Janine. And this is like the 4th book. I'm not picking them up in any particular order. I know they're based on the original Babysitter series, but just illustrated versions. And I honestly didn't read The Babysitter's Club when I was a kid, so but I know they were really popular, so I'm interested to check this one out before I put it on the shelf and kind of get an idea for what this series is about, because I literally other than the title, I literally don't know, so that'll be fun. The next 2 books are also a duology. It is New Kid and Class Act by Jerry Craft. I have read New Kid. I really liked it. It's about a child of color who goes from a kind of inner city school to a more upscale private school, and that transition and fitting in and finding his place and realizing that really kids are kids no matter where you are. You just have to know how to connect with each other. And then Class Act I have not read yet, but I'm interested in reading before I pop it on the shelf. I believe it's also kind of similar about finding yourself and like not faking who you are or like what your life is like. But I'm interested to read that. I just realized I bent this. And then the last one is super short. And I'm excited to check it out for that reason. But it's called Noise by Kathleen Raimundo, based on a true story. And I believe this was about a girl with like, I think she's like shy or has sensory issues, and that kind of adjustment. It is literally 26 pages. So I am definitely going to be able to check that one out before I pop it on the shelf. And that's all the books I got for my 4th through 6th grade class. Now on to my 1st through 3rd grade class. I love my 1st through 3rd grade class because they're really in this transitional period of moving away from like beginner readers to not full chapter books. Like they don't quite have the stamina for that, some of them, but to just longer books that take, 2 or 3 of our silent reading periods to get through. So I wanted to get more books to cater to that. And I know I'm missing one of the books here for sure because I think I already popped it in the classroom, maybe. So I've got, let's see, 6 books here. 7 books here. So I've got Grumpy Unicorn Saves the World by Joey Spioto. I have one Grumpy Unicorn book in the classroom already and they really liked it. So I feel like graphic novels are great for this age group because it incorporates the pictures, but also the text, so that there's 2 ways that they can kind of grasp the story. Especially as they're getting more into like practicing reading to themselves and reading in their heads instead of aloud. I think that this really helps them to kind of grasp the story in that way. And then I got 6 Narwhal and Otter books. So I didn't have any of these books in the classroom, but students buy them pretty frequently from our Scholastics book order program. It's also a graphic novel. So the first one is Narwhal Unicorn of the Sea. These are all by Ben Clanton. So Narwhal Unicorn of the Sea, Super Narwhal and Jelly Jolt. Narwhal peanut crossed out and it says peanut butter and jelly. Narwhal's Otter Friend, Happy Narwhalidays, and Narwhal's School of Awesomeness. So a lot of my students are also just super into sea creatures, so these books really kind of grasp them immediately, and then when they see that they're also graphic novels, they generally do well and stick with them. So they're great for encouraging reading, I find, at least with my group. And I think the other book I got was another Grumpy Unicorn book. I cannot remember off the top of my head what it was, but this is the one I already had in the classroom, Grumpy Unicorn Hits the Road. So yeah, let me know. That's really it. So let me know if you have any of these books for your kiddos, if you're a teacher, like if you have any of these, or if you've read them before, what you think. You may see some of these I may read some in this reading vlog that I'm doing. It kind of parallels this. I'm currently dog sitting Coco, and so you may see me pick up a couple of these before I pop them in my classroom. But that is it. Short and sweet video. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see see you next time, which I've said like 5 times now. So, bye.